You've probably used it, I don't know, dozens of times today without even realizing it. We're talking about one of the most widespread, most deployed pieces of technology on the entire planet. And the craziest part? It all lives inside a single file. This is our explainer on SQLite. So, if you're a developer, you know this feeling all too well. You need a database for your project, but the idea of setting up a whole separate server, it just feels like overkill, right? It's complex, it's heavy, and for a lot of jobs, it's just way more than you actually need. But what if there was another way? Well, there is. Meet SQLite. And here's the twist. It's not some big program you have to install and manage. It's a complete, incredibly powerful database that's packed into a tiny little library. Okay, so that's the official textbook definition. It's a bit of a mouthful, right? You see all these important-sounding words like serverless, self-contained, transactional. But let's just cut through the jargon for a second. What does all of that actually mean when you're building something? Let's just boil it all down to this one simple idea. Forget about servers, forget about complicated setups. I want you to imagine your entire, fully featured, SQL-speaking database, and it exists as just one single file on your disk. That's it. That's the magic of SQLite. It's so easy to move, to back up, to just manage.
And this is the absolute key difference between SQLite and something like, say, PostgreSQL or MySQL. You don't install SQLite. There's no separate service that's always running in the background. Instead, you just embed its library right into your own application. The database engine literally becomes a part of your code.
So what is it that makes this whole database in a library idea so incredibly powerful? Let's dig into the core features that really make SQLite just, well, work. We're going to look at 5 things that really make SQLite special. The fact that it's serverless, it needs zero configuration, it's completely self-contained, it's based on a single file, and it's fully transactional. Let's break those down.
First up, serverless. This is huge. It means there's no separate database program to install, to manage, or to keep running. You can forget all about those administrative headaches, setting up user accounts, all that stuff. The whole database engine runs right inside your app, and it reads and writes directly to that database file.
And that serverless nature leads directly to its next superpower, zero configuration. I mean, this is what makes development so fast. You literally just include the library in your code, and you can start running SQL queries. No complicated config files, no setup scripts. It is the ultimate plug-and-play database.
And this just brilliantly highlights how portable it is. Because the entire database is just one ordinary file, what does that mean? Well, backing it up is as simple as copying that file. You want to send the whole database to a coworker? You can just email it, and it works perfectly across Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, Android, you name it, no changes needed. Now, you might be thinking, okay, if it's just a simple file, is my data really safe? And the answer is a resounding yes. SQLite is fully transactional. It follows something called the ACID properties. Now, that's just a fancy way of saying your data is protected. Every single change you make is atomic. It either happens completely or it doesn't happen at all. This guarantees your database stays consistent, even if your app crashes or the power goes out right in the middle of a write. Okay, so SQLite is obviously super impressive, but let's be realistic. No tool is perfect for every single job. And to use it well, we have to understand its single most important limitation. And that crucial point is all about concurrency. How many things can happen at once? So as you can see, SQLite is fantastic when it comes to reading data. You can have lots of different users or processes all reading from the database at the exact same time, no problem at all. But when it comes to writing, that's a different story. To make sure the data stays safe, SQLite locks the entire database file when a write is happening. That means only one process can write at any given moment.
So the takeaway here is really clear. If you're building, say, a super high-traffic website where dozens of people might be trying to update things every single second, SQLite is probably not the right tool for that job. That write lock would just create a massive bottleneck. It's really designed for situations where you have low to medium write concurrency.
All right, so with that one major rule in mind, where does SQLite truly shine? Let's look at the sweet spot. The kinds of projects where it's not just a good choice, it's actually the perfect choice.
Well, think about mobile apps. It's the default database on pretty much every single phone, giving each app its own private little data store. It's amazing for embedded systems and Internet of Things devices that need a database with zero maintenance. It's also a fantastic choice for regular desktop applications, for quickly prototyping new ideas, and even for websites that get a lot of traffic, but just don't have that many writes. So really, this quote just sums it all up perfectly.
If your project fits this description, if you need a simple, reliable database without all the baggage of a server, then SQLite gives you all that power without the headache.
So there you have it, the simplicity, the power, and the limits of SQLite. It's the hidden engine behind so much of the tech that we use every single day. The only question left is, now that you know its secret, what are you going to build with it?